Dave Lorenz along with Michelle Banache on the Travel Michigan radio program. And Michelle, I can't believe, but it's already, this time of the year, and we have not talked to the folks yet at Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, but that's going to change.
We are about to fix that. We are here with Wayne Bronner, President and CEO of Bronner's Christmas Wonderland. And Wayne, Bronner's is probably one of the best-known Christmas destinations in Michigan, if not the best-known. Mm-hmm. But for folks who may not have visited before, tell us a little bit about what people can find when they walk in the door.
Well, they're going to come into the world's largest Christmas Wonderland here. The world's largest Christmas store. We have over 50,000 different items for people to select for. So it's truly an amazing assortment of Christmas merchandise, and we have everything from miniature figures all the way up to a great big giant fiberglass Santa Claus that's 17 feet tall.
Most people when they visit Frankenmuth, most people probably come from the south, I would think. And so as you're entering Frankenmuth, the first thing you really notice is all the beautiful outdoor settings at Bronner's Christmas Wonderland. So you don't even have to get into the store before you know you're already in the season. Doesn't matter what time of the year you're there.
Well, we have 100,000 lights that are burning year-round, actually. So they decorate the 45 acres that we have that Bronner's is situated on. And our entire complex is 320,000 square feet, or if you can equate that better to football fields, we're about 7 football fields.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it is big. It certainly is. But, I think that so often we kind of get stuck on those superlatives of how much space is there, and kind of miss out on the overall reason why the store was started and what you can find there. Why don't you give us a little more on the background of Bronner's Christmas Wonderland?
Well, as we said, we're the world's largest Christmas store. We're in an unlikely location, a small town of only 5,000 people. So I'm sure if you would try to get a loan to build a business like that, it probably wouldn't fly. But the reason it worked is because Frankenmuth is very much a tourist destination. We have over 3 million visitors come through our town each year to see the Bavarian architecture. They eat at the charming restaurants and, of course, to shop at Bronner's Christmas Wonderland. And I had very humble beginnings. It started with my father, Wally, who was a sign painter. And the family trade at that time was masonry, and he decided at an early age that wasn't for him. So he wanted to develop his artistic talents and started painting signs in my grandfather's basement. And one time he had a request, it was from the village of Clare, actually, to paint some Christmas panels. So he did that, and they were so well received that he and a few of his friends took a survey around Michigan, found there was a tremendous demand for Christmas decorations, and the rest is history.
Do you still do those industrial or municipal decorations for communities?
Very much so, yes. We ship decorations all across the United States, and what used to be shipped to downtowns now tends to be shipped to shopping malls for their displays. And the listeners might find it interesting also that it's probably a little bit of an exaggeration, but more true than not, that whenever you see Christmas decor in a movie, it probably came from Bronner's, because we've sold to 50 or 60 titles so far.
Wow.
So, I think a lot of people are probably like my family. We tend to just kind of keep on adding Christmas decorations. Doesn't matter, how late into the season we're adding something. When people come to Bronner's this time of the year, what seem to be the kind of the big sellers, the things that people are looking for?
Well, we have a tremendous selection of ornaments and a great staff of artists that are more than happy to personalize them for people. So let's say you have a nephew who loves hockey. We sell little hockey sticks ornaments and round ornaments that have hockey themes on them, and they'll be happy to put the name and the date on there. If you have somebody who can't live without their smartphone, we have a smartphone ornament, and we're happy to put that on, put the name on. So you name it, we've got an ornament that fits everybody's needs, hobbies, desires, occupations, and with the name on there, it makes a very unique gift. And the good news is that half of the items that we sell retail for less than $10, and 2/3 of the items we sell retail for less than $20.
Well, I know that often you mentioned the kind of the personalization of the ornaments. They have that opportunity. You actually have kind of like stars of the field that come to the store to either paint ornaments or other things throughout the year.
We have many artists that come through to demonstrate their talents, and a good selection of merchandise is available from everything that they've done. And further events here, we've got Santa Claus here every day. That jolly old soul is here visiting many, many youngsters, with many, many youngsters up until the 24th. So he's a very busy gentleman, and he does an excellent job.
Of course, there's all those commercial opportunities to buy all the stuff that you want for the holidays, and there are so many opportunities, like you say, 50,000 trims and gifts and such. But can we talk kind of quickly about the Silent Night Chapel? Give us a little information there and what people can expect when they come to see that.
The Silent Night Chapel is located at the southern part of our property, and there are two roads that diverge there. And that was always a special portion of our property. We had many, many offers as the business developed to be able to sell that property to gas stations and convenience stores and so forth. And it would have been a great location for them. Mm-hmm. But my father, Wally, always wanted to do something special. He didn't know quite what that special thing was, but after a series of expansions, and the good Lord blessed our business, we were very, very thankful. And he, at one point in his travels in Europe, saw the Silent Night Chapel, which was built on the site where Silent Night was sung for the very first time back in 1818. Now, Wally was very fluent in German, so he was able to converse with the people over in Oberndorf, Austria, which is where that was located, and secure permission for us to build a replica, which we did, and that was completed in 1992, and it's visited by hundreds of thousands of people each year.
It's pretty awesome too, because when you go into the chapel, you'll hear the story. I think it's voiced by Wally, isn't it?
That's correct. Yeah. Wally does the narration.
Yeah, which is pretty neat, especially for people who were friends. So that's a nice opportunity. So of course, there are just so many reasons to visit at this time of year. Do people actually just drive through the property and look through the lights like a lot of people do in neighborhoods?
We have a lot of people that drive through our premises here. We have a huge parking lot, just to paint the picture for visitors here. 45 acres. We can accommodate 1,500 cars. And we have our own little driveway there we call Christmas Lane. 25 Christmas Lane is our address. So you're going to see all kinds of lights and a tremendous number of people driving through, whether it's in July or whether it's December, just to admire the Christmas spectacle.
I'm sorry, Michelle.
Yeah, so it just sounds like this isn't just a retail experience. It's an overall experience of Christmas and coming to experience all these things. Obviously, there's a lot of the pride your family has in this has really made it a place that's great for families.
That's true. It's very much a family destination here, and we have stories where people will tell us that their grandparents used to bring us here, and now they're old enough to be parents and grandparents themselves. So it's a wonderful thing, and it's an annual tradition where many, many people make that trek.
Speaking of families, I see on your schedule you have a lot of special events and visits from artists and, of course, Santa Claus and such. But on I think it's the 23rd, Sunday the 23rd, it looks like you have the Bronner Family Sing. What time and what can people expect from that?
That's a great event. Actually, that's on 2 days. It's on Saturday and Sunday, December 22nd and 23rd, and it goes from 1:30 until 2 o'clock. My brother-in-law, Bob, he's very musically inclined, and he leads a sing-along, and it's accompanied by my mother, Irene, Wally's wife, who plays on an old-fashioned pump organ. And we pack the auditorium there. It'll probably hold 150 people, and just have a great time singing many, many different Christmas carols.
That's great. Now, are you actually open on Christmas Day?
Christmas Day is one of the 4 days that we're closed. We're open 361 days a year, but we give our staff Christmas Day off as we do Thanksgiving and New Year's and Easter for them to celebrate with their families. That
sounds great. Well, certainly something to see. If you've not been there before, you really owe it to yourself and your family. Check it out. Bronner's Christmas Wonderland in Frankenmuth. It's something else. It's really a world-class place to visit. I want to thank Wayne Bronner, President, CEO of Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, for joining us today, and I recommend you go to bronners.com for more information. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I want to thank Mark Blackwell for engineering today's program. And on behalf of Michelle Benash and George Zimmerman back at the office, I'm Dave Lorenz, wishing you the very best of the holiday season and encouraging you to join us next week here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at michigan.org.